Hello students, I welcome you all to Current Affair Lectures by Azad ICS Academy, and today we are going to look into the current affairs of 3rd April. So before we go for that, let us see the questions that we had discussed yesterday, right? So what is the primary challenge in India's approach to air pollution? So what is the problem that we have when it comes to air pollution? So if you see all of these options, the right option is viewing air pollution as a purely technical issue rather than a complex governance problem. So we are not looking it at as a purely technical issue, and we are also looking it at as a governance problem. So this is one of the important challenges that India is facing when it comes to air pollution approach. Why is National Clean Air Program considered insufficient? Okay, so the important thing that we need to understand here is that it lacks alignment with on ground realities and struggles with funding allocations. So yesterday also I discussed that it is kind of issues when it comes to resource allocation, etc. So now all the other answers also look good. I'm not saying no, but these are the proper answers. The reason we are, if you see the article that we discussed yesterday, these are the things, these are the points that they have highlighted, right? Now, today's important topic that we have here is Myanmar. All of us have to understand a very, very important topic when it comes to geography, why there is a lot of earthquake that's occurring in Myanmar. Okay, a powerful earthquake in Myanmar on March 28 as its source in central Myanmar, about 20 kilometers on main Mandalay, the country's second largest city. This is located in the eastern bank of Irrawaddy River and is close to one of the most seismically active faults in the region, called as Sangin Font, named after a town not far from Mandil and the river opposite side. The earthquake of the magnitude 7.7 struck around 12:50 p.m. local time, followed by several strong aftershocks, including one of the magnitude 6.4, which occurred 11 minutes after the major event. So that means there is a powerful 7.7 magnitude earthquake that has struck the central Myanmar, okay, for about 20 kilometers from Mandalay, that is the name of the city. And you have to remember the important river that is very close here, that is Irrawaddy River. You have to know some of the important fault that is there when it comes to Myanmar, why there is a possibility of earthquake. So the sagging fault, one of the most seismically active fault is there in this region. And that is the reason why we have this particular earthquake. Now, these are the prelim facts that you need to know. What is the magnitude of the earthquake that is struck? What is the major important city that is there? What is the major important river that is there? So these are some of the important prelims topics that can come in your question, or geography topic that can come in your prelims. Now, what is the impact of this particular earthquake, right? So what effect did earthquake have? So the impact. The earthquake caused widespread devastation, resulting in thousands of deaths and extensive destruction in the homes and infrastructure. Obviously, if there is, earthquake, a lot of people will die. There will be a lot of other things such as infrastructure will get damaged, etc. Now, Mandalay, with the population of 1.5 million, was hard hit with severe damage and damage of pagodas, mosques, and bridges. A lot of mosque bridges were also being, damaged. Now, the US Geological Survey estimated a death toll exceeding 10,000 in affected areas. So this is what they're expecting. Now, why some areas were more affected? The southern part of sagging fault experienced more damage due to thicker alluvial soil, which amplified the seismic energy. Okay, so there are some places which there is a lot of activity, or their affecting is very high, because you can see the thicker phylum of alluvial that was deposited by Irrawaddy River. And because of this, when the alluvial soil is very thick, what has happened here is this earthquake has made this more, prone to destruction, right? So another important thing, the quake had devastating and they affected the entire region. Thousands left dead and they destroyed many homes, okay, and extended to the zone of Bangkok, the capital of neighboring Thailand, which is about 1,000 kilometers from the earthquake epicenter. So which is a very close part there. Here, another important topic or another important part that is there. The damage zone also extended up to Bangkok, which is the capital city of the neighboring Thailand, which is somewhere 1,000 kilometers away from the earthquake epicenter. Okay. However, the damage in the Bangkok was minimal, confined to complete collapse of 33-story high rise under construction and causing water from swimming pool on the top of the another rise building to overflow. However, these incidents were given much hype because of the city place on the global tourist circuit. The outpour of the water from the rooftop pool was due to seismic switches oscillations in the water triggered by the passage of seismic waves through eras. Even though the building was located far from the earthquake source, slower and longer periods small seismic waves can cause top floor to swag more and amplify the cinches and observed in this case. So see, here it is not a big thing, but still it is made hype because of the tourist thing. Apart from this, here you see that the effect is not that high. I mean, the longer periodic seismic wave have come, and that is why this kind of earthquake has seen here as well. Now, earthquake activities that are present in South Asia. What are the important other places where South Asia is present, or South Asia is basically prone to earthquake? We have to understand that South Asia is prone to earthquake due to the location where major tectonic features such as Himalayas, Shillong Plateau, Indo-Burma region, and Andaman Nicobar subduction zone. So if this is your South Asia, here you have your Himalayan region. There also you will find a lot of activity, earthquake activity. The Shillong region, Andaman and Nicobar is also having a subduction zone. There also you'll find a lot of earthquake activities. And now these are some important topics that you need to worry. You have to also try to locate them on your map if possible. Whatever I'm saying, Himalaya, Shillong Plateau, Andaman Nicobar subduction zone. The Eurasian plate have been colliding for 40 million years, leading to the frequent earthquakes. Notable past earthquake have also been seen, right? So there is one in tsunami in Bay of Bengal in 2004 Sumatra earthquake that was being generated of 9.2 magnitude. So these are some of the other things that you have to understand. Now, when it comes to the sagging fault runs around 1,400 kilometers, okay, and it accommodates around 50 to 55% of the plate movement, and every year there is 15 to 25 millimeter per year of land is getting subducted. The San Andreas fault is another example for such a kind of fault. Similar to San Andreas fault, we have a fault in South Asia, and that is the Sanging fault. Okay. Now, what are the lessons that we need to learn? Apart from this, the Sanging fault also have a lot of error, history. Like there were other earthquake that happened in 2016, that happened in 1946, etc. Now, what are the lessons that India needs to learn when it comes to earthquake? See, Myanmar's earthquake serves as a warning for India, which is one of the most earthquake-prone countries in South Asia, especially when it comes to Himalayas. When Himalayas part, there is where you find a lot of earthquake. Okay, India must implement scientific testing, safety measures to reduce earthquake damage and protect lives and infrastructure. Right. So this is something that India needs to worry about. Right. So now, next important topic that we have for today here is India must use window of opportunities to finalize strong FTA with Sri Lanka. So we need to have a good relations with Sri Lanka. That's what it's trying to talk about. Okay, now let us see. India and Sri Lanka are exploring strong free trade agreement. So FTA is nothing but stronger free trade agreements to enhance economic integration, especially after India aids Sri Lanka in 2022 economic crisis. So in 2022, when Sri Lanka was facing economic crisis, that is when India helped it. So here you can see it is talking about 2022 economic crisis by Sri Lanka. India was, helping them. So hence, we need to have a proper free trade agreement. The agreement could boost trade, services, and regional connectivity, basically, right? So let us see what is it all about. So why do we have to have this closer ties? Now see, India has an opportunity to finalize a strong free trade agreement with Sri Lanka. Okay, the current Sri Lankan government is more open to economic cooperation with India than the previous governments. So whatever governments that we had before, they were not that open. But right now, whatever government is there, it is having a very open kind of situation when it comes to India. So hence, what we need to understand here is that we need to use this opportunity very well and have a good relations with Sri Lanka. India's assistance during Sri Lanka 2022 crisis has improved bilateral relations, especially. Okay. So scope of proposed, what is the scope that we have? Okay. The agreement could include trade in services and allow freer movements of workers. So many people can basically go here and there. Okay. So freer movements. So can you see here freer movements of some classes of workers that overcome protectionist blockage for both the countries? Okay. So this is one thing that you need to understand. You should also make sure that the close relations between the two neighbors should not upset other powers like China and USA, which has stakes in Sri Lanka. So I hope all of you know that China is having a stake in USA, in Sri Lanka. Okay, the Hambantota port of Sri Lanka is for 99 years of lease with China right now because they built a port and the port was not able to, the Sri Lanka was not able to give them money, and that's how Sri Lanka, China is having this, port under them for 99 years of lease, right? Emphasizing that it's not the job to India to provide $1 of aid to Sri Lanka. So this is there. Now, this is also to aim strengthen ties should not disturb the global powers like China, which have interest in Sri Lanka anyways. Regional economic integration. Economic integration with South Indian states, particularly Tamil Nadu, has significant potential. So we have to understand that there is some kind of regional things also that we have. Okay. Integration with South Indian states, especially when it comes to Tamil Nadu, we have to understand that, Tamil speaking people are there in Sri Lanka also, they are there in Tamil Nadu also. So we have to understand that they have delivered a lecture in Chennai, floated an idea of building a bridge link Rameshwaram in Tamil Nadu, okay, with Talai Mannar in the north province of Sri Lanka as a part of larger version of regional economic integration, emphasizing or encompassing its country and south region of India. So hence we are trying to also build a bridge so that there is enhanced connectivity. Collaboration can take place at different level, including government to government and business to business. Okay. Current political and economical situations in Sri Lanka. The ruling government of Sri Lanka has a strong political opposition and no corruption charges so far, right? So hence the government that we have is very good. Okay. And economical stabilization measures under Indian Monetary Fund program help Sri Lanka recover from its financial crisis as well. So International Monetary Fund has helped the Sri Lanka to come up with its issues that it has. However, the country needs faster economic growth beyond the International Monetary Fund reforms to avoid another crisis by 2027. So they have to do better. This situation presents a perfect opportunity for India to strengthen trades and regional ties with Sri Lanka. So we need to understand that this is a great opportunity because Sri Lanka needs to do its economic development, and if India can give that kind of potential, I think both the countries will be in benefit, and this is a very good opportunity for India basically to do this, right? So this is the important topic that we have for today. Now we'll let us see the questions that we have for today. What is the magnitude of the major earthquake that struck the Myanmar on 28 March 2025? So it's very clear that it was 7.7. Okay, but yes, if you have not read the article, this would be very difficult to understand. Why did the Bangkok experience minor effect from the earthquake? Try to understand this. Why is it? So first important thing here is that, see, it is far away from Sangin fault, but that's not the right answer. Right? Try to find out the right answer. Okay. Now, that's all for today. Put your answers in the comment section. If possible, try to also put in what are the reasons why these answers are correct, right? Apart from this, if you have any comments, if you have any suggestions, please put that also in the comment section so that we can come up with a very good content. And if you have any other suggestions, please put that also. Thank you so much.